We are live. Okay, hi everyone. This is Suren Sapkota. Happy Friday. Yes, yes, are you ready? We are on the live, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we are already in the live. Um, Today I have Ajit Dudheker. In Ajit, we go by AJ. Ajit is very successful. He has an MBA in finance. Last 30 years, he has a very successful mortgage business. Uh, he's a mortgage banker. He has served over 10,000 families to achieve American dream uh, for the mortgage home loan. AJ, welcome to the program today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I really
Yes,
appreciate your introduction. I would like to add a little bit more to that. I basically came here when I was very young, United States, to get my education. I did my MBA from St. Louis University, Missouri. And after that, I started working for a very large corporation called Pillsbury. And I moved up to higher rank. And then I was hired at a big company called Copel Industries, where I was chief financial officer. And we did, that the company taught me a lot regarding real estate. We did 17 major residential and commercial projects, which I oversaw all the financing and the settlements of that. And after that, I started my own business a long time ago. 20 is not enough. There are more than that.
mm-hmm.
And I basically started being as a commercial lender. We did a lot of commercial loans, very large apartment buildings, office buildings, hotels, motels. And then we got into the residential financing. So almost close to 30 years now, we are doing residential. And like you said, about 8 to 10,000 families we have helped. And with my finance background, it helps me to really analyze their situations and provide them the right options. So now we are here to talk about what's happening today. So go ahead and ask me whatever you would like to ask.
Yes, thank you for serving community, AJ, again. The question I have is right now, every day I'm getting these questions from the home buyers. Uh, What is the effect of COVID-19 to getting the home loans? There is any changes? There is any challenge right now to getting the home loans?
There are actually a lot of changes. Basically, the lenders are sort of concerned about the borrower's ability to make payments. So they are scrutinizing their income sources a lot more carefully than they did before. For example, we had self-employment people. If they had the business for 5 years, we could just submit a 1-year tax return and it was done. But now they are checking the last 2 months of bank statement to see if they really have the cash flow to do it. So the self-employment people are affected a lot more than the regular people who may still have jobs. But the issue there too, because a lot of regular employment is also laid off, they're on unemployment, they may get job back. So the problem we are having to qualify them is unless they go back to the job, they may be making good money right now through the unemployment benefit from the federal and state, but that's not counted towards their continuous income. So they really do have to go back to the regular job. And we need to see that they've been on the job for at least 2 months before they can qualify for any loans. So that is actually it's hindering a lot of people's ability to get the refinancing or the purchase loans.
That means like the lenders, they are more careful right now. They're putting their own layers a little bit more, that's right?
Correct.
Because of COVID-19 effect.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was well answered. Other question I have is, uh, and this question I'm getting almost every day. This is good time to buy the home in terms of lending perspective, in terms of obtaining the home loan. What do you suggest to the audience?
Well, see, if you are buying to live there, that's going, suppose it's your owner occupied home, is always a good time because you're buying that for a lifestyle. You're buying for your convenience and your comfort, providing for your family. It's not an investment property where you're looking at the dollar and cents. So if you can afford it, I would suggest go for it. And if you qualify, I think people have a little bit of bad notion that the prices may fall drastically. That probably won't happen. There will be some adjustments. I'm not saying that the prices will not go down a little bit, but they're not going to happen just like it happened in 2008 and 9. So if you are buying for yourself to live there as your first time or you're moving up, so, but let me tell you, that brings out to, I can lead into this next question you might have, about the investment property. Now,
Yes,
buying investment properties has become a little bit very tricky. See, what has happened is the lenders think that buying an income property is a little bit more risky for them, may not be risky for the buyer, because what if the tenant don't pay the rent? So how would you be able to handle it? So artificially, they have increased the rate uh, much higher than they were before. The spread between the residential owner occupied and non-owner occupied is ridiculously higher. It's almost 1.5% or more. Before it used to be only about a 0.5% difference. They're discouraging people to really buy the investment property with the fear that you may not be able to collect rent. But if you qualify and if you really want to buy it, I mean, the loans are available. But I would suggest that if we wait a little bit longer for the investment property purchases, it will provide you better options, because what has happened is a lot of tenants are given, just like mortgage, for your mortgages, you've been given an option to hold your payments. The tenants can also do the same thing. There are a lot of government programs where they're assisting the landlord where they can get the rent subsidy, and of course the money comes directly to the owners and doesn't go to the tenants. But all these programs and everything, they're going to be short-lived. Government cannot forever do this. So the business has to take its own course. People pay rent, you pay mortgage, and things go on. It can't be like government pay you and business goes on. It doesn't happen. It's not going to happen too long. So I have a feeling the property values will go down, especially there's going to be an opportunity to buy the investment properties. But there's another big kink on that. The guidelines have changed so badly now for investment property purchases. And I'll give you an example. If you own a home right now and you want to buy another house as an investment, now, unless you have an experience of managing an investment property, you will not be able to use the rental income of that to qualify. That means you will have to qualify for both the properties without the rental income. Now, that will